Hello everyone, it is Pat with Empowering by Design and Angel Divination with our daily Oracle card reading and message for Tuesday the 3rd of January 2012. I hope that the beginning of your year is going well and peaceful so far. Though if you watch the news, it doesn't look entirely peaceful out there given some things that took place over the holiday weekend. But it's it's Tuesday, and for many of us, it's a back to work, back to a schedule, back to school kind of week. So, and that can be a little tough after a long holiday. For today's reading, I felt guided to use the Goddess Guidance Oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue. And one of the cards that came up for us for today was Oonagh with her message of easy does it. And the message on the card says, there is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. Now, what's interesting about this message is I find that it's very much in sync with if you follow Doreen Virtue's, the creator of the cards, if you follow her weekly readings on YouTube, and she did a year-long message, pulling a card for each month of the year from different card decks. This message is very much in sync with the messages that she got for this week and this month. She used the Archangel Michael deck and got the double message to be gentle with yourself. And the message for the month of January was to wait. And along with this card, there really seems to be a lot of guidance right now about not jumping too quickly into action, that we need to sort of wait and bide our time for better results. And in this case with Oonagh, she's essentially saying the same thing. There's really no need to rush into, maybe you felt very inspired, and I know I've gotten some really great inspirations for things to do this year. A message, a mission, a purpose that I feel called to. And the message in this card, as it may be for you, is to spend the time developing that idea. Don't feel like you need to rush into making things happen or putting it in place. And it can be a little difficult if you're very excited about an idea or an inspiration that you've gotten. What they're saying with this card is to trust in divine timing. And again, the message of trust is a big one this year. And they're urging us to trust and allow for the unfoldment of the idea, because there's no rush you're not in competition with anybody. If it's truly part of your purpose and part of a mission and a message that you're here to be involved with this year, then there really is no competition for it. And so you don't have to, rush to the front of the line to, beat everybody else out so you can get the message out first. There's no rush or competition for it. And what Oonagh is saying is to spend, if it's something you truly care about, to spend the time developing that idea or that new project. Or if it's a relationship, spend the time engaged in it and to really, really develop it. So when the timing comes to bring it out to the world, it'll be this really beautiful, well-received project, because the angels will open doorways for you. And Oonagh is a Celtic goddess. So, and in this message, easy does it is really the best capturing of it. She says, don't try to force anything, and don't be if you have an idea that's really inspired to you, don't worry about what other people might think of it. Okay, you will benefit the most by taking the time to develop it. And that way, when you put it out there, you won't have so many, people shooting it down before it's even had a chance to live. So that is part of her message with this. And you know, it's a slow, steady progress is best right now. You know, if you're making changes in your life, and on the heels of yesterday's cards, if you're moving on from a job, moving on from a relationship, you know, ease into it instead of rushing into it. So it's a real take a deep breath and take it easy kind of card. And remember to be gentle with yourself. Now, the other card that came out along with Oonagh's was this one from Damara about guiding children. And it says, you are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. So use your skills to help children now. All right, so this is a real confirmation card for some people out there about, you know, ideas and inspirations and messages that you've had to move forward with in the new year, okay? And it also is suggestive of the fact that for some of you out there today or going into this middle part of the week, if you have children, that those children may need a little bit of extra time and attention from you, you know, either today or in the next couple of days. To help organize themselves. Getting back into a school schedule is after a vacation or a holiday isn't always easy for them either. It's often sometimes a little bit more difficult for them than it is to us because they're so sensitive, and so it may be that for many of you out there today who have children, they just need a little bit more of your time and attention getting readjusted. And as she's holding the child here, I do feel this also has a little bit to do with nurturing your own inner child. The kid in you, and, you know, the kid in all of us. That, because as adults, even though we, you know, yeah, we know we have to get back to a schedule and we know we have to get back to work, that little kid in us is whining and complaining too, saying, oh, I don't want to do that. So it requires a little bit of nurturing to the kid in us. And that kid that's in us, that little kid in us, you know, wants people's approval, wants people's time and attention just as much as the real children in our lives do. So, you know, that's why Oonagh's coming in with this message, as well as Archangel Michael, with be gentle to yourself. You know, don't be too rigid with that kid within yourself or the actual children in your life and world right now. And, you know, trust that for many of you who this is part of your purpose, you know, trust again that you don't have to force things to happen. You don't have to rush and put things into play. That your help and your work in guiding children is, you know, is God and the angels are working through you. Okay, so trust that heaven is working through you with the helping of the children of the world. And I know a lot of people out there do feel called to help the impoverished children of the world. And trust that God and the angels are working through you on that behalf, on their behalf, okay, in some way, shape, or form. So that is our message for today. I hope you have a lovely Tuesday in the beginning to your working week. And I'll look forward to speaking with you again soon. Thank you, everyone, for joining me.